This podcast is proudly sponsored by Joro Protein, a Rhode Island plant-based protein supplement company designed for athletes and adventurers. They deliver 25 grams of protein, 5 grams of BCAAs, and 18 essential vitamins and minerals. It's non-GMO, it's gluten-free, it's allergen-free, no artificial flavors, no added sugar or stevia, and it has no additional gums, thickeners, or fillers. Right now, you can get 30% off on this podcast with the code Rhody Strength 2022, and you can find them at joroprotein.com.
This podcast is brought to you by Phaze CBD. That's Phaze. They are a local Rhode Island company who makes and manufactures a wide-ranging variety of CBD products that are formulated specifically for athletes. It doesn't matter if you're a CrossFitter, a strongman, bodybuilder, or powerlifter. These products are for you. These products range from tinctures to seltzers to even roll-on applicants. By supporting this business, you're supporting a local Rhode Island business and you're supporting this podcast directly. Please check them out at phazesports.com.
All right. What's going on, guys? Dr. Matt here, host of the Rhody Strength podcast. Another special guest on today, good Josh Sellers. What's going on, man?
Hey, what's up, brother? How you doing?
What's up? We are recording out of the CrossFit Providence studios. Once again, we're drinking some Phaze CBD seltzers. I gotta grab one, actually.
Yeah, go with the, I like the black cherry.
I'll go black cherry. And we, again, have the video going, so for YouTube and video on Spotify, which we now get the video on Spotify, which is cool.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, just like Joe Rogan. We're right up there with him.
All right. I'll check it out.
So I'll give you guys a brief intro on Josh. He owns Phaze CBD, helps run the company over there, and has some other ventures, which we'll get into as well. They get that right?
Yeah.
They correct? Cool.
Yeah.
He CrossFits over at CFP and does some strength training over at Top Strength too.
Yes. Yeah. I got to get over there more, though.
So to start it off, we'll just hit some rapid fire questions. So these are just questions. They're mostly for me, just because I find them entertaining.
Okay.
But first one, we got favorite coffee shop.
Oh, that's White Electric.
Oh, yeah?
Well, I like White Electric style. I love Nitro's coffee, though.
Nitro's good.
That coffee, yeah. If I can marry the two, like, you know.
Something about Nitro, I've had other Nitros too, but the one at Dash Bicycle,
Yes.
you talking about?
Yeah.
It's unreal.
Yeah, Broadway. Yeah, Sammy and Nick.
Yeah. I don't know what they do to it.
I don't know either. But yeah, I'm addicted.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
And I'm lucky. I also work down in Portsmouth, and there's a grocery store right next to them called Clement's Market. It's like a health foods kind of like grocery store, like a Trader Joe's, but like locally owned.
Yeah.
This is cool, and they have their own Nitro tap there now.
Dude, they got one down in Newport, a Nitro bar.
Oh yeah,
in
Nitro.
Newport.
They got two of them. Actually, my buddy works there.
Who?
Sam Pascal.
Oh, all right.
He's a CrossFitter too. Yeah, down in Newport. One asterisk.
Fuck yeah.
Those are good choices. Yeah, White Electric is dope too.
Yeah.
I like White Electric.
Yeah.
They got a good vibe there. Next question, we got favorite go-to breakfast spot.
My house, man. Me.
That's good.
I like cooking breakfast, so that's it. I'm just gonna say me.
What's your go-to? What do you cook?
Just simple: eggs,
There we
bacon,
go.
toast, like some pineapple juice. Like,
Oh, all right.
yeah.
Just straight pineapple juice?
Straight up, yeah, just straight, man. Like,
Oh, that's good.
I love it. Mangoes, I slice up some mangoes.
Solid.
Yeah, man.
That's a good healthy breakfast.
Yes.
Great way to start the day.
Yes, I love it.
Solid. Next one, we're going social media. So favorite Instagram accounts. And this could be something that pops up that you find entertaining, something that is educational, or something that you just like, you get excited when you see it come up on the feed.
I like, what's his name? Mike Van Wyck.
Okay.
Big dude, tatted up.
Oh yeah, you were talking about him before.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
You sent me one of his videos.
Did I?
He's got good advice just for like working out, right?
Yeah. Just just no bullshit. Just do the work. Just stop adjusting your shorts and do the work.
There's like, I think there's to a point. I mean, the internet's great because you have all the information there, but sometimes there's too much noise.
Dude, it's
there's
like
just too much.
It's like when you get home at night and you put Netflix on and you're like, all right, I'm gonna watch something, and then you spend an hour just scrolling.
I do that all the time.
What the fuck? And then you're like, I'm just going to bed. I'm just overwhelmed by all my choices. Like,
I do that all the time.
I grew up in the 80s and 90s where you had to watch like whatever the fuck was on Saturday mornings and whatever was on Wednesday nights. Like, that was it. If you missed it, you missed it. Like, that was it. There was no.
There is something nice. I was just talking about this with somebody the other day about radio, because obviously we all have Pandora and Spotify. We can choose any song we want.
Yep.
But there is something, I don't know where I was, but I had no service and I had to listen to the radio. And there is something nice about just not worrying it and just let what plays.
Yeah,
just find a good station, just let it go.
Yeah, the only thing I hate about the radio, what they call VJs, the voice jockeys, like the people.
Oh yeah, they're annoying.
They're annoying. I can't.
They're always annoying.
The radio, fine, whatever. I don't care. I'll drive to listen to Alanis Morissette. I don't care, whatever. But yeah, it's the people. I'm just like, no. So,
yeah, no, I agree with you on that.
Yep.
Next one, we got favorite podcasts, and same thing. If you listen to a lot of podcasts, like just whatever you like, whatever you listened to recently.
Oh shit, I'm gonna say yours.
Let's go,
yours, right? Like the fuck,
go.
right? Yours. My man, Steve Trick.
Yeah,
I gotta say his.
Did he release his first episode yet?
Yeah.
Did he?
I
Okay,
think so.
I gotta
and then what's that one? Is it Strategy of Fitness or something like that?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's shit. I don't. Yeah, I got it on my Spotify. I don't know the name of it, but yeah, I think it's Strategy of Fitness or something like that. But yeah, Steve's been on there a few times. So, yeah, yours and Steve's. Keep it local.
Let's go.
Rep the local guys.
Hey, I find more fun in just hearing about local guys, to be honest, than someone I don't know across the country.
Yeah, what the fuck? Like, I mean, you know, I don't know, just local. Just keep
keep it local.
Rep local.
Next question, we got favorite books, and like could be Audible books, or if you're just like a podcast guy, that's cool too.
So like I do have Audible, right?
Cool.
And I'll load up on like 7 credits, right? I'm just like I look, I'm like, oh, I got 7. I gotta start, like, because I don't have time. I say I don't have time.
Yeah,
It's bullshit. It's cop out. I just say I don't have time because between work and the gym and the kids and all that, I'm just like, I can't sit down and read. Like
yeah.
So I find Audible in the car and I turn it on. So I have like 7 books that I'm like 20 minutes into the drive. Like whatever I'm going, all right, I'll listen to it, and then I'll circle back around. It may take me like 3 years to finish a book.
Same.
I'm like, whatever. I got like 8 of them open on Audible. So
you find something that interests you and you just dig into it, and then you go on to the next one. Yeah.
That's it, man. I'm trying.
No, that's true too. And I was just talking to someone about this the other day too. It's like a podcast, I feel like is sometimes easier to keep your attention because you're almost like part of the conversation a little bit.
Yep.
But the Audible is almost like somebody speaking to you, like a lecture almost. Yep. So sometimes it's I feel like it's harder to, unless it's like very much a story and you get caught up on it.
It depends on like the voice. Like you wouldn't want me reading you a book. Like you would turn that shit off in like 2. You'd be like, I'm not listening to this guy for like 6 hours. Like so, it depends on the voice and like who's reading the book and all that shit. So it's like if the voice like right away is like, I'm just like, I can't listen to this person for like I'll just. Whatever.
And there's a lot. I agree with you. There's a lot of bad voices on Audible.
Yeah. It's like those the whole GPS voices. When you got one, you just say, fuck. Like,
yeah, what is this?
You just sound mean. Like I don't want to take a right anymore. I don't want to reroute.
I don't want to listen to you.
I don't want to. I'm going the other way.
I changed my mind. I don't want to go today. I'll go somewhere else.
I'm gonna get lost. So,
actually, that's a good transition because next rapid fire we got any travel plans? Either maybe something you just went or somewhere that's coming up that you're excited about.
Dude, yeah. So this Friday, I'm taking the family on a vacation, and you know, I don't know where I'm going. I'm either going Maine, Moosehead Lake, or up to Lake Champlain in Vermont. So it's a flip of the coin, whichever spot I can get in. All the campsites are closed, so I gotta.
Are they really?
Yeah, dude. Yeah. It's like the last weekend of August. I'm so dumb. I'm like, oh, I'll just find one like on a Thursday night, like, and no, they're all booked. All the campsites are booked. So I gotta find an Airbnb now. So
yeah. We're looking at going camping soon, and I don't know where we're going, but dude, I probably should book it now.
If you need I just bought like a shit ton of equipment because I'm like, oh, I'm gonna take the family camping this year.
Yeah.
Right. I'm like, I'm gonna go camping every weekend. I bought one of those inflatable paddle boards. I'm like, every weekend.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, I've used it once. I went camping once, so it's like, if you want to borrow it.
Oh, sweet. All right, thanks, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, like I didn't even start looking at campgrounds yet, but Now I'm nervous. Now I feel like I'm not gonna find one.
Dude, so I was in REI because like at the beginning of the summertime, and they were, oh, you want a credit card? I go, yeah, sure. Let me see what. And they gave me like $7,000 on a credit card. So I'm like, oh, don't do that. No way. I bought an axe. Like I got an axe. I got a fucking. I got all this shit in my hands.
You're ready to go.
I'm just ready to go, and I'm like, I don't even know why I need this shit, but don't.
That's awesome.
Yeah, don't smoke a joint and go to REI.
That's bad news.
Yeah.
Too creative.
That's it, man. That's it.
So all right, so you have that coming up. Anywhere you've been recently? Any good trips?
Just local, man.
Yeah.
I took my son up to Bar Harbor. We went to
Cool.
Acadia. Acadia was
Never
dope.
been, but I heard it's awesome.
Dude, it was dope. There's a place called Salt Beach, and the water's like 55 degrees. And me and my son were the only ones in the water, and there were like 400 people on the beach, right? And they're like, you guys are crazy. And me and my son are looking at them like, you guys are crazy. Like, you guys drove all this way to take a picture for like Instagram, and it's like, jump in the fucking water.
Yeah,
like,
seriously.
Jump in, get in. It was cold, man.
Yeah,
but
Maine water like doesn't warm up.
No,
it stays cold.
No, dude, but it felt so good, man. It felt so good. But
That's
yeah.
like that. We were just talking about Block Island off air, but that's like Block Island. Block Island water stays cold.
Yeah, dude.
For the most part.
Yeah, yep.
But it's refreshing.
It is.
It's good. It's good for you.
I've been getting into the what do they call cold plunges or whatever.
Yeah.
Me and my girlfriend, we went up to last winter. We stayed at this. It's like this Scandinavian style hut in the middle of like Massachusetts.
Really?
And it was dope farm. And the woman had a sauna and then this cold plunge, and it was snowing out, and we went in the sauna and we did, and it was like, oh, dude, it was like the best feeling ever.
Do you know where it was?
I'll get you the information.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I don't know.
Is middle of Massachusetts.
Yeah. Just like it's probably an hour and a half away, just like
Gotcha.
center Massachusetts. So,
Cool.
yeah,
Cool.
Dope.
I'm wondering because I'm like that's like the area I'm from a little bit.
Are you?
Yeah. So I'm like, oh, I wonder if it's close to me.
I'll get that info.
That's cool.
For you.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so that was a rapid fire. We actually did pretty good. We moved it along, which is not always the case. So that's good. We're doing good so far.
All right.
So next, I just kind of want to get into. I know you're big on the Phaze, the CBD, so I want to get into that. But first, I want to start with fitness because I know you work out here. You work out at Top Strength. So my first question for you was kind of where did you get started when it came to fitness? Have you always been into it, or is something you got into more recently?
So, I mean, I've always been an athlete, like growing up and shit. Football, baseball, just a typical sports. But I was always like a skinny dude, and I just remember coaches would like tell me, I need to go to the gym, and I'd go to the gym, I'd fuck around, and I'd leave, and then I broke my skinny ass leg because I just didn't take lifting seriously, and then I go to gyms, I do the tradition, whatever my buddies were doing, I would do, and
Big bro split.
Yeah, just whatever, and not really understanding it, but just doing it to do it. And it's funny because I came to CrossFit because we had gotten there was an issue in Ohio with the CBD. We got pulled over. And they were trying to like hang 11 years over our head. And,
Jeez.
Yeah, for like CBD.
Oh my God.
This was like 3 years ago. And so, I'm sitting there. I'm like, all right, well, if I'm gonna go in for 11, I want to go in like heavy. I want to go in as strong as I can. And I always thought CrossFit was like like you had to be like the top of the top. Like you had to be like fucking Van Damme style. Like you just had to come in and just wow. And so that's what kind of kept me, because I was always like, I'm not ready for it. And then I was like, all right, well, I'm looking at 11 years. I'm like, so I should be ready for it. I'm like, hey, so let me let me just start doing some shit. And so I came here, and then I realized, oh shit, I should have came here like fucking 5 years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I should have. So you can scale whatever you got.
Exactly.
Yeah, and it was a big eye-opening experience. But yeah, so then I came in here, I started trying to do these double unders and all these other terminologies these guys are talking about, and I had no idea what the hell they were doing. And that's basically how I got into CrossFit. And I've always been interested in it. Just didn't think I was ready for it. But
yeah, I feel like that's a lot of people too.
Yeah,
a lot of people are like, oh, it's too intense. But until you actually come in and take a look at who's here and what they're doing, it's like, oh, yeah, if you look at the workout itself and you look at the videos on Instagram, those people are crazy intense.
Yeah.
But the actual people in here doing it, everyone's at their own level.
Yep.
Everyone's doing their own thing.
Yep. Yeah. No. And that's where I tried to tell people, I'm like, yo, come on, fucking meet me over here. And a lot, no, you're crazy. Those guys. I'm like, no, man, I'm telling you, it's not. I mean, it's really.
I mean, there's some crazy guys in there for sure.
Oh, yo, yeah.
But that's the minority.
No, exactly. Exactly. And then I always just kind of just whatever, just shot at the hip with it. I never took anything. I never wrote anything down. I never I don't log anything. I'm just starting to. I'm 41. I'm just starting to learn about like how nutrition works.
Sure.
That's for me. That's probably more important or as important as lifting.
Totally. And they go hand in hand.
Yeah, dude. And so and even like even when it comes to like personal training and shit, like. I was always like, whatever. I don't need somebody to tell me how to fucking lift weights, And it's funny because I did some one-on-ones with Steve over at Top.
Yeah.
And like I'm like, Jesus, in like 20 minutes, I'm like, oh, all right. I've been lifting wrong for like 40 years. I'm like, all right. And then he just kind of, just small adjustments here and there. I'm like, oh, again, I should have done this years ago. But
yeah. I think a lot of people have that same view on personal training too.
Yeah, dude.
Because like, they're like, oh, why I can lift myself. I know what I'm doing. Like, why do I need somebody else to tell me? But there's so much you can learn.
Yes.
There's always so much more you can learn from somebody else, especially someone that's like let's say Steve, for example. He's got so much skill with strongman, powerlifting, just training in general. He's got so many years on his belt. Like, you're gonna go into that. You're gonna learn quite a few things just with 1 hour just session with him,
Dude, like the technique is huge, and like you don't even realize it. Just a small adjustment here and there can increase your load. And that's really, I mean, people want to lift heavy and look good. I mean,
there you go.
So
that's what it's all about.
if like you got to pay somebody for them to tell you, hey, just adjust, and it's gonna get you them results, then do it. Do it today. Do it tomorrow. Don't wait till you're 41 like me. And
they could even fix something that maybe you've been doing wrong for a long time, but it just hasn't caught up to you yet.
Oh,
it could be an injury waiting to happen.
Straight up, yeah, for real. It's funny because you're like, man, I didn't realize I was walking weird my entire life, and you're like, oh, okay, like it's because you're just doing this stupid thing at the gym because you're not really understanding what you're doing.
Right.
But hey, I guess it's that old man wisdom,
100%.
Nobody's gonna listen to me because I didn't listen to me when I was, I'm like, fuck that guy,
that's how it is though. Like when you're learning.
That's it, man.
How did you get into how'd you get over to Top Strength?
So when I was coming here, pretty regularly, probably 3 to 6 months. We beat the case in Ohio. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Did you have to go there for that?
No, we had lawyers there. Lawyers handling everything. It was a shitty situation, but we beat the case. We were the first company in the country that, because at the right around the same time, Oklahoma, there was a tractor trailer that lost like $1 million worth of hemp. And the guys had to stay in jail for like 3 months because the government had shut down at the time. Mm-hmm. And the minute we got pulled over in Ohio, I looked to my buddy Rick and I said Oklahoma. He goes, no way. I said, dude, I'm telling you. I said Oklahoma. And sure enough, they we're sitting there shackled and trying to explain like, no, the farm bill and we're doing everything legal. And they didn't really know how to handle it. And then that was it. But whatever. Yeah, we beat that case. I'm in the gym. So actually, thank you, Ohio. You got me in the gym. So I appreciate you.
That's the home of Rogue.
There
you go, full circle.
Well, it's funny because I always wanted to go out to what was it, the Arnold Classic?
Yeah, that's in Ohio.
Yeah, but the minute I said I'm never going back to Ohio. Nope, I'll watch it from my house in Rhode Island.
True, yeah.
But
it's just good.
Yeah, but then I'm over here. I'm starting to learn what a burpee is and all that shit, and I'm just kind of getting into a groove here. And but I've always wanted to be I've always been a skinny, scrappy dude. So growing up, I always wanted to be like the Hulk. I always wanted to be the biggest, baddest motherfucker. And So and then I saw Steve on like because he used to have his gym right over here.
Yeah. They tore the building down, right?
Yep. And it's funny because I thought he only did personal training. That's why I never. So I was like, fuck it. But then I saw him like pulling like, I don't know, 850 pounds off the floor or some shit. And I'm just like, let me go try it. Let me go see these guys. And I went over there and like I'm not even close to anybody. Like I might be the weakest guy in the gym over there. Like the amount of weight that people are throwing around over there is it's impressive. It's wild to see, man. Pound for pound, that's the strongest gym I've ever seen. Like
definitely
just with like members included and everything. That's the strongest gym I've ever seen, and Steve's the strongest dude I've seen. Just do his thing.
New England's strongest man. He keeps winning those competitions.
Guy's a fucking animal. So, and but yeah, so I went over there to just kind of let me see this, and I went over there for a few months, and me being me, and it's funny because at that time, I just signed up, just a regular membership, just showed up, and I just kind of looked around and I did what he did or she did or they did, and I just deadlifts and shit like that, and I actually jacked up like right in here somewhere, and that was towards this time last year.
Okay.
And I was actually probably the biggest and strongest I've been at the time, but I still didn't have the proper technique. I still didn't really understand nutrition as much as, and even now it's like everything's still, I'm still figuring shit out. But I just kind of shot at the hip and tried to do it, and I jacked my wrist up something. So then what I did was I just was like, fuck, let me sit at home for a week and nurse it. But then you throw some beers back, and I'll be at the gym next week. Next thing I know, it's like 3 months, and then all the progress I made was just gone.
Yeah.
And so I'm finding out for me that's been like the biggest thing is like not boozing it up. Like that's what I need to be in the gym for my physical health, but also like just like my mental health.
100%.
And if I don't come to the gym, then I'm gonna sit around and booze it up, and then it's a bad cycle.
Yeah, bad cycle.
Yeah, so that's what I'm finding. I'm like, so I've been sipping the non-alcoholic beers, and I keep coming to the gym. So,
but do you do the one Matt Frazier endorses? The what's it called?
I've tried that one.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it was Athletic Brewing.
Yes. Yeah.
It's good. It's good. I mean, it's good. Like for me, I'll smoke a joint and I'll drink a non-alcoholic beer, and it keeps me in the gym. And that to me, I'm like,
that's perfect.
I'm tricking my brain because I still have that. I'm like, oh yeah, it tastes. It's enough. It's enough for that, and I'm like, okay. And from weed has never kept me out of the gym. It's only been booze. It's only been the booze that's kept me out. So.
Yeah, and like it obviously, like from a recovery aspect, you're not going to recover as quickly. They've done tons of studies on if let's say you work out and you're really sore and you booze it up that night, it's going to take you almost like an extra day to recover.
Oh yeah.
So and they've done so many studies on that. So it's like if you want to like be able to hit the gym like 5 times a week and you're boozing every day, maybe you're going to only be like 3 times a week, instead. So it's like it makes a big and it's legit. It's not just mental. It's like physically you're not going to be able to get in.
No, and then let's say you have a shit day at work, right? You have a shit day at work. Hey, you skip the gym. You're like, fuck, boom. You grab a 6-pack. You grab a bottle. Now you're not going to the gym for probably 2 to 3 days because you feel like dog shit, right?
And you're really hungover.
Yeah, and then it's just that cycle. It's just so you just gotta learn to kind of learn what's important to you.
That's huge. Yeah. And you said with weed, it's like there's no issue. You can stay in it,
dude. Man, I could I could smoke joints all night and then wake up. I feel fine. I can go to the gym. I can do what I can do. The only thing that I notice with smoking weed is any cardio type shit. So that's where but I've I mean there's options of eating. You can edibles and stuff like that.
Yeah, and that won't affect the lungs.
Yeah, no. So
fine.
But I'm like an old hippie. I like joints, man. I like J's. I like smoking them. So, but
you're not the first person you're not the first CrossFitter I've talked to who. I mean, that's their main source of just like relaxing.
Yeah.
And they've said like, it does affect my cardio, but I don't like I'm not an edible guy. I just like to you know, I like to smoke it.
and to be honest with you, like I'm not doing any competitions.
Yeah.
I'm not running from anybody. So
Right.
I don't have to. I want to run enough to where I'm healthy, but I'm not racing anybody. I'm
Yeah.
not, you know. So I don't.
Yeah.
You know, I can. Smoke,
You're doing it for yourself.
I can smoke a joint.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Exactly.
I'm good. That's
Exactly.
it. So.
And there's been plenty of benefits to just like cannabis, like in general. I know obviously we'll get into CBD, but
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
cannabis has its own set of benefits to it as well, just health wise.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
That's cool. Okay, so training. So in summary, training at CrossFit Providence, training at Top Strength. Anything else you're doing right now, just from an athletic perspective, or is that kind of the big picture?
That's
Yeah.
That's really it, man.
All right,
you know.
cool. And and I know, just backtracking a little bit, you played football, baseball growing up. Did you grow up around here?
Yes, yeah. I grew up in Central Falls, and then we moved to North Smithfield when I was 15,
Nice.
which is like two different worlds, man. Going from Central Falls to North Smithfield.
Yeah, they're not far. They're not far from each other.
No, but they might well
Might as well be.
be. I mean, it was like I remember the first day me and my brother showed up in and we were looking at each other and I'm like, what the fuck? We're like, what is this place? It was so
Farmland.
It was weird to us.
Yeah.
But it was, you know, it was all right.
That's cool.
Yeah, man, we met some cool people, so it was good.
So switching gears slightly. So I'm sure we'll dive back into kind of athletics and CrossFit, but I want to kind of get into how you got into Phaze CBD.
Yeah, so I had a construction company, and my buddy Rick, he got into the Slater Center.
Yeah.
This was 10 years ago maybe, and then he came over to the house and he says, "Listen, man, you got to come over here. You got to come work here." And at the time, you know, I had I was doing floors, and it was okay. He said, "No, listen, man, you got to come over here." Da, 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 da. And I'm like, wait. So you're telling me I can like work with weed and like pay taxes and not go to jail and all this? He goes, "Yeah, dude, it's fully legal." Like it. And Slater was owned by the ex state cops.
No way.
Yeah, dude. Just ex state cops.
Which is obviously beneficial because the cops aren't going to come knock on the door like, "Hey, what the hell are you doing?" Because they know what the hell is going on there.
for real. So I'm like, all right. So I'm like, all right, well, I'll go in for an interview, and I went in for the interview, and it was cool, man. The place was filled with awesome people, you know, it was at the time where the industry was like just like really just starting to kind of crack that egg. It was like nobody knew what the fuck they were doing.
Was Slater the first one in Rhode Island?
Slater was the first one in Rhode Island.
And was that considered a compassion center, or
Yeah.
that's the qualification of it, basically?
Yep. And so I started there, and Slater ended up, being at the time. I think they were the biggest compassion center on the East Coast at the time.
Wow.
Yeah, dude, we were handling a lot of weight, and so then, everybody wanted to be a cultivator or a consumer, right? And nobody wanted to do the in between, like the trimming and the drying and all that shit.
Sure.
And I remember somebody a long time ago told me, find out what people don't want to do and do it well, and you'll be successful, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like in this new industry. I'm looking, all right, well, everybody wants to grow and everybody wants to smoke. And I was like, fuck it, I'll trim.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad I did, because I was able to just like hone in on that process, and it was a learning experience, because I had a lot of product that I was accountable for. And
Sure.
like you couldn't, you just couldn't fuck it up. And I learned a lot, and my buddy Rick, who actually brought me over into Slater, he was doing the CBD for the kids, for the program, because Slater and Hasbro like linked up somehow.
Oh, cool.
And so like we had parents that kids had seizures, and
Yeah.
like Charlotte's Web. I don't know if you're familiar with Charlotte's Web.
Is that the brand, Charlotte's Web?
It's the brand, but it was based off of like a little girl out in, I think, Colorado, and she used to have seizures, and they were using cannabis to just kind of alleviate, all the
symptoms,
the seizures and everything like that. And so it was like a big, like, it was just this new medicine that some parents were actually getting in trouble for giving their kids CBD. But it's like, if your kid's having a seizure, you know, it's like, what the fuck are you gonna do?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, coming out, like, I don't throw me in jail, but I'm gonna give my kid some CBD oil.
You know what's funny? I remember where I've heard that now. There's a guy in Middletown. He used to be a pharmacist at CVS.
Yeah.
And he owns this place called Matt's Local Pharmacy. I don't know if you heard that. It's a super, super small spot. But it's funny. My ex-girlfriend at the time, whenever she'd go to the pharmacy or whenever go there, and we saw him at CVS, he was always the most knowledgeable guy. And we're like, we love this dude. Like, it's a weird thing to say about a pharmacist. Be like, this guy's really smart. He's a super nice guy.
Yep.
Ends up opening his own business. And I stop in there one day, and I'm just talking to him, asking him about CBD. I'm like, and this is like early on. I'm like, hey, like, is this stuff legit? Like, is it placebo? Like, what is it? What's the deal? He goes, let me send you this. And he's a pharmacist. He's like, let me send you some articles. What's your email? I'm like, okay. And he sent me an article on Charlotte's Web.
Yeah.
That was the one he sent me.
No
that's
shit.
where it came from. So
yeah,
that's where I heard it. Yeah.
No, so that was kind of like eye opening for me, and you know, so I had to take care of, you know, the cannabis plants and the CBD strains. Like you know, I did dry them and everything, and they'd go into the lab, and they'd be processed and, you know, made into an oil. But I would see the parents coming in, and, you know, they'd be crying. They'd be, you know, my kids actually, like, you know, not having seizures, and my kids can, you know, they can just be a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And so for me, I was like, oh, like that was cool. Like the whole, like, you know, getting stoned and selling weed and all that, like, that's cool. But like when you can see, like, it actually helping kids, and like you see the effect, and their parents they're bawling and everybody's happy, it's like, I'm like, yo, that's what it's about. Like, you know what I mean?
Definitely.
And
Helping people.
Yeah, dude, my kid, my son, he's 7. He's gonna be 8 in November. And like probably like 2 months ago, I'm putting him to bed, right? And I'm like, all right, dude, you know, love you, blah blah blah. You know, I bring him to the gym all the time.
Yeah, I've seen you bring. I think I've seen you bring him in.
Yeah, yeah. Him and my daughter, they're always here. I want them to grow up and like just be like, hey, this is the gym. This is part of life. This is what we do. Yeah. And they love it, and so we come. I mean, most of the time they want to be on the phone, but
that's all good.
Yeah, dude. Right. So I'm putting him to bed, and he's like, and he goes, Dad, what's the point of life, right? I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Wow.
I'm like, what?
You're dropping a bomb on me.
Yeah, man. It's like 8:30 at night on like a Tuesday, and I'm like, how do I answer this? I'm like, all right. I gotta tell you what. I go, what I think the point of life is, I said, it's about helping as many people as you can help and having as much fun doing it. And
I like that.
And he literally goes, okay. Like love you.
Back to his game.
No, dude, he rolled over, goes to bed, and then I'm walking down the stairs, and I'm like, that is the point of life. I go, what the fuck? It is, right? Like, it's like, yo, it's about helping people, and having as much fun doing it.
And that just came to you on the spot,
dude. Because these fucking kids, they put me on the spot all the time. And I'm like, how can I answer them? Right. And it's cool, it's fun, you know. But like I was like, all right, I go. Oh, that
is good.
Yeah, no, because, you know, that's the thing. I'm teaching them, but I'm also learning from them. To say, you know, it's a give and take, man. It's cool. It's cool.
There's a very, very similar to what you just said. I was just listening to one of the Joe Rogan podcasts with it was one of the MMA episodes with this guy Mikey. I'm gonna butcher his last name, but starts with an M, something Italian. Yeah, I don't know. It came up recently, like within the last few weeks.
No shit.
Give it a listen if you see it, but it's really good. But he was basically saying how he's only 25, but he's like been doing jiu-jitsu since he was like maybe like 3 or 4 years old. And then he trains like 12 hours a day every day. So that's like just his life. And so I forget what Joe asked him, but it was something along those lines, like why do you do it, blah, blah, blah. And he goes, you know what, like I do it to help people. Yeah. And he goes, the way I found that out was I won my, like, I don't know, like I forget what number, like world championship he won. And then he they gave him the medals, and he's like, I felt nothing. Yeah. He's like, it's not about me anymore. I want to give back. I want to help people. So that's huge.
That's it, man. That's like, I don't like whatever industry you're in, whatever state you're in, whatever you know, if you got kids, if you don't have kids, whatever. It's like, to me, I mean, what the fuck? Like I mean, there's only so many. Like, I mean, you know, there's only, like, what the fuck's the point? Like, you know, it's like it feels good to help people. It feels good to not be a dick, and it's like. Yeah. I think people, especially over the last couple of years with everything going on, like we were saying earlier, people forgot how to people. You know what I mean? Yeah. And you know, I think we got to get back to just kind of like just like yo, just fucking if somebody needs help them. I mean, you know, if you can, and that's the thing, and you know, it's whatever you can do, and you know, whether it's small, big, whatever. But don't just close the door on a conversation in your head. You know what I mean? Like yo, fucking help people.
Definitely,
so
definitely.
That's it. I mean, shit, like you know, you got Tanner in here. Things you do. I mean, you guys are helping people every day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
So
true.
you know, it's like
yeah,
that's it. But
that's what drew me to it. That's what drew me to the career.
Hell yeah, man. That's dope.
All right, so picking back up, so you were working at Slater.
Yep.
You're doing the trimming.
Yep.
And then what was the next progression from there?
So then my man Rick, who brought me into Slater, he broke off and he started the CBD company, and you know, and then you know, he went off and built and started building that. This was right before the Farm Bill. So this was like, you know, this was 2017.
What's the Farm Bill?
It's when it legalized hemp, like like nationwide, and so yeah, so he broke off. He started this, and you know, like we were still buddies and shit, and you know, I was over at Slater doing a thing, and you know, it just became like I think I reached my you know, apex or whatever, pinnacle, whatever the fuck. It was my time to go. It was like there's only so much. I think, you know, I spent 4 years, and I always say, like, it's, for me, 4 years at Slater was like being, it was like the Harvard of weed, you know.
It was like college, just 4-year degree.
Yeah, no, because I mean, I you know, and I'm thankful because, you know, my bosses allowed me to do pretty much whatever I needed to do, so I was able to kind of see what worked and what didn't work, and so I learned a lot about handling, you know, cannabis post harvest to, you know, packaging, and you know, but it just became Groundhog Day. And I just wanted to do more. And
it was time to grow.
Yeah. And my buddy was like, yo, I need help over here with this. And that was it. I said, all right, boom. And, you know, I just remembered, you know, all those, you know, the parents coming in and seeing, you know, hearing the stories with the kids. And I, all right, let me jump into the CBD thing. And yeah, and that's it. And I've been there now, I think 4 years. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Yep. So.
And I guess we can talk a little bit. I know, obviously, you guys have been on the podcast as far as like a sponsor for a while. We've had your products down at the Invictus Boston Invitational, which is pretty cool. We were drinking them while we were doing the commentating.
Awesome.
So a big piece of your basically your CBD is formulated for athletes. I
mean, so I mean, for me, I think CBD and fitness kind of go hand in hand. Mm-hmm. You know, you can get like we're saying, you can get CBD down at your gas station, you can get gummies, you can all that, whatever. But CBD is a luxury item, like we were saying. Like if you gotta feed your kids or you gotta get CBD, you're gonna feed your kids. Yeah. And you know, when CBD opened up, there was a lot of products that weren't actual CBD. They were
really.
Yeah, it was actually hemp oil. So what happened is you'd have, you know, somebody buy a bottle. And it didn't work because it wasn't CBD. It was like, so you had a lot of people kind of just getting in for a quick buck, and you know, and then, you know, it became a commodity. So CBD's everywhere. It's oversaturated, and you know, for me, I think, you know, you hit the gym hard, you go home. It may work for you. It may not. Mm-hmm. It's like anything else. Like if you don't put the work in, it's really. I mean, you can't just, you know, take CBD and just, I'm cool and whatever. It's like any other, I guess it would, you know, be considered like a supplement. You know what I mean?
Oh, totally.
So,
totally.
You know, it's like one of those things where, you know, you still have to kind of have the right mindset. Like, you know, oh yeah, you know, CBD is good for pain and anxiety. And it's like, yeah, it may help you, yeah, but it may not. Like I know people that try and they're like, I don't like it. And it's like, oh, all right, well, yeah. You know, I mean, hey, that's it. That's what it is. So.
Yeah, and there's, I mean, I'm totally in agreement there because I'm obviously working as a PT. People ask me about it, and I'm like, you got to try it. Yep. You know, you got to see if it works. Because I know some people that have gone out and gotten like some of the rub on like applicants, and they said that was so helpful for my pain.
Dude, so I find the topicals help a lot of people. The thing with like ingestibles and milligram counts is like, you know, you have to take a lot of milligrams for you to really notice like a whole like a difference, and the price points for us, it's not cheap. So you know, a lot of people can't afford the levels of, you know, CBD that they need for whatever ailment they're dealing with. But topicals do help. I find for the most part, I find people always dig the topicals, or for the most part, and the ingestibles are like hit or miss. They're like, they'll be, it helped me, because like we got sleep gummies.
Yeah. I try some of those.
Dude, so for me, if I take one, I sleep good. If I take two, it does the same thing that melatonin does to me. I wake up at like 3 a.m. and I'm just I'm up. And it's funny because you would think if you took one extra, you'd sleep longer. Yeah. And I don't know why. And then there was a couple people at the gym where I'd give them two, and like they were like, nah, man, the sleep one actually messed up my sleep. And that would be like, I'd say if I handed it out to 10 people, I'd say 2 people would kind of give me that response. Like they were either like, yeah, dude, it actually did the opposite.
Woke you up in the middle of the night.
Yeah, but then the other 8 were like, yo, I finally slept. Like it was good. So it's like it's kind of like it may work, it may not.
You gotta try it.
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta try it to see.
Yeah.
It had definitely helped me. I took it with melatonin.
Did you?
Yeah, because I won't take melatonin every night. I won't take CBD every night. But like, if I know I need to get a good night's sleep, like I'll take one or the other, or maybe both of them. Yep. And for me, like, I'm a pretty good sleeper in general, so it just helps me no matter what. But I have heard that from people, even with melatonin, that it can help them fall asleep, but they just get up in the middle of the night. Well, and I don't know what that is. There's got to be something to it. There's got to be some science behind it. I don't know what it is.
So I'm a shitty sleeper. Like I'm up. I'm doing like I'm always checking doors. I'm checking, I think I do more work than my dog does. Like, like the dog's sleeping and I'm walking around, I'm looking out the windows. So I'm such a shitty sleeper. And so I would take the melatonin and let's say I took it at 10. I would sleep, like I'd be out. But from 10 to 3, I'd wake up at 3 and then I'm wide awake. I'm like, shit, what am I going to do now? And then I think it was just because I was such a shitty sleeper that maybe I just compacted the 5 hours that I was getting into one lump sum, and then I'm just up and I'm ready to go.
And if you're up at 3, do you just stay up?
No, man, because what the hell do you do, right? I'm like shit, I gotta start drinking again, right? So because I'm like, all right, and I should, but nothing's open, the gym's not open, you can't really do it. And so what I would do is I'd start taking melatonin later, and it would, but it would. So I take it at 11, but then I'd wake up at 4. Yeah, and then at least you can kind of do something at 4. You can't really do much at 3. But
I wonder. I don't know the answer to this, but I wonder if there's something to, if you do wake up when you're wide awake, to take another dose of it. I mean, you don't want to get reliant on it, but
so I did that, but then I'd wake up at I wake up at 6:37 in the morning, and I'd be what was that movie?
Groggy?
Yeah, like that movie. Will Ferrell got shot in the neck with the dart, and he's like
old school.
Yeah. I'd feel like that. I'm like, dude, I feel like more shit than I'm like. I should have just stayed up at 4 and then just whatever. So yeah, I've done that. But that's where for me, the sleep gummies we have, if I take one, it helps me sleep, better than the melatonin does. But again, if I take 2, it does something different. So I mean, I don't know. But.
And you were telling me, I think one of your gummies has like there's like a legal amount of like THC that you can put in, in or something like that.
Yep. That's
the sleep one.
That's the sleep one is full spectrum, and the recover one is full spectrum. So so each gummy is might be 1 milligram of THC in there.
Gotcha.
So and that's where for me, I don't really feel 1 milligram, but somebody might feel 1 milligram. I don't know. And, or if you take 2. And now you got 2 milligrams, and then if you're not expecting it because you're thinking, oh, this is CBD, I'm not gonna get a headshot, and then all of a sudden you're driving to work and you're like, whoa, what's happening?
I feel a little bit,
yeah. So and that's and that's the thing when it comes to edibles and all that stuff. 2 milligrams you may not feel 2 milligrams. You may need 10, 20, 30, whatever, but somebody may feel that those 2 milligrams,
especially if they've never had it or they're especially sensitive.
Oh, dude, and especially now because a lot of people don't realize full spectrum, is going to have that legal amount of THC in it. But a lot of consumers don't know that. So like they may just be, oh, this is CBD, and take it.
Yeah.
And especially with the tinctures, like we got a nice tincture, it's 1,500 milligrams. If I take like 4 to 5 droppers, which is an ml, like I get a little, it's like it's probably like 5 milligrams, and I'm like, oh,
and that's probably like because what's a typical edible, like 10 milligrams?
5.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah. So like like a gummy at Slater or a gummy at Nova or whatever, whatever dispensary you're going to, is usually like 5.
Gotcha.
So,
okay.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. There's a way to get around it.
Oh, definitely. I mean, I enjoy it, you know, but if you're not expecting it, it can ruin your, it can actually increase your anxiety.
Oh, totally.
So like
totally.
if you're taking something, you're like, yo, I'm gonna take CBD to decrease my anxiety, not realizing that you may actually, like hit that level to it. Now suddenly you're like, yo, why am I feeling? And then
does the opposite what you want. Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, and now you're more anxious, and now you just hate CBD because like it made me more anxious.
You don't even know why.
No, and it's because you took a full spectrum product versus like an isolate or something like that.
Right.
So,
right. Why do you think that happens with some people? It's just everybody's different.
Yeah. Everybody's different. The products are different. That's the thing too. Like it's there's so many products out there. We have ours, and I try everything, but just because it may do something for me, it may be a different experience for you.
Totally.
And so now if you go out to, just out into the world, like it's oversaturation of products. So you find something that you dig and stick with it. And, if it works, it works. But,
cool. What's the production like behind Phaze? Like what kind of goes into it? What's behind it?
We actually work with a company in Connecticut who does all the canning and all the mixing of the drinks.
Cool.
And so, that comes to us already made. We throw the label on it and stuff like that. We try to work with like anybody local. Local farms. All our biomass we'll get from like Vermont and stuff like that.
Oh, nice.
Yep. And then we have a full extraction facility. We can refine oils and all that stuff, and then we put it. We got a guy who formulates our topicals, and then we actually just acquired or merged or whatever it is. Boulder Botanicals out in Colorado. So they have a full lab out there, and they do all topicals, bath bombs, lotions, tinctures, and stuff like that. So,
that's cool.
Yeah.
So you source it from different places and kind of just put it into your own product. Yeah, essentially.
Yep. And
that's
then
cool.
and then we do the in-house extractions and stuff like that. So, but I mean, years ago, a kilo of isolate was like $3,500.
Wow.
Today you can find it for a couple $100.
Really?
Yeah.
Why the change?
Just it became a commodity, so it just everything got saturated. I mean, there's hemp farms where dudes are sitting on 30,000 pounds of biomass because everybody thought they were gonna jump into the hemp game and become rich and this and that, but the farm in Connecticut has to deal with the farms out in Kentucky or Colorado, and the farms out there are massive. So your price points aren't going to be the same. And so, if you don't have an outlet for your biomass, I mean, what are you going to do? It's like. And
does it expire, I guess, after? Is there a way to preserve it, or it's like?
Not. I mean, you got to, have a lot of freezer space, I guess. But like, I mean, there's literally dudes sitting with like 30,000 pounds and like right over the border in Connecticut.
Just like.
And they're like, yo, just buy it, give me whatever. And I'm just like, we don't really need it. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm really like, and they bet the house on it. They go, oh, boom, we're gonna make it. And it's like,
so it's a typical thing that there's just too much supply, not enough demand right now.
Yep. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And then it's like, and then it's just, I mean, that's the thing. Like, you got to deal with, because there's companies that they're producing CBD at just such a large rate than some of these smaller local farms and stuff like that you can't compete. It's the story of America, you know. Everything's
Yeah.
it's unfortunately.
The bigger dog's gonna win the fight.
That's it, man.
It's like,
that's it.
That's what it is.
They're either gonna buy you up or they're gonna, or they're gonna chew you and spit you out. So
What do you think? I know we talked a little bit off air about it, but like with some of the laws coming through with Rhode Island, I know the legalization that got passed December 1st. What do you think's gonna happen? I mean, obviously, it sounds like an improvement.
yeah,
overall.
I mean, it's a long time coming. I mean, it should have been legal a long time ago.
Yeah, Massachusetts is way ahead of us.
Let's fix some of these roads and schools.
Right.
It's just it's wild to me because I never would have thought states like Virginia or whatever would beat us to the punch.
Yeah.
Like, you're like, wait, what? But like we're Rhode Island. Like, shouldn't we? Like Rhode Islanders do whatever the fuck they want anyway. So it's
right.
like, I don't understand what, but whatever. That's above my pay grade. But
right.
I'm happy to see it is gonna be legal, and it's gonna we're gonna have six retail shops opening up, and that's gonna allow the cultivators a little more room to kind of
disperse the product.
Yeah, man, make some money. I mean, it was, I don't think it was set up to support them. So
yeah,
it'd be nice to see the cultivators actually be able to, just kind of thrive in the industry. 'Cause, there's some good cultivators in Rhode Island, man. They really are. They really are.
When you say cultivator, what does that mean exactly?
Just
grower. Or?
Yeah. The person grows weed, just and then just we didn't. There wasn't enough outlets, distribution points set up. So the 6 retails will help.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll see more down the road. But hey, it's cool, man. Legislation takes time.
Yeah, so. This is a work in progress. It's a good first step.
Yeah. I hope the first step turns into a sprint.
It's a small step in the right direction. Yeah. It's not backwards, it's forward.
It's not backwards, so I guess that's better than any, it's what it,
well,
yeah.
Let's say in comparison, like how many would you call it retail stores or just like basically open to the public stores? Would it be
for what, the 6 opening up?
Yeah. What's the legal term for it?
Well, those are gonna be retail dispensaries.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many, like for comparison? Do you know how many Massachusetts has?
Oh shit, I don't even know.
I would guess a good amount.
Yeah.
Because I see them everywhere. Like as they're always like on the billboards, like Fall River when you drive through, like the one you drive like up. Is it 20? No, when you're going towards North Providence, there's the one with the lady on it that's green. They always see like I forget which one smile, the blonde lady smiling, whatever. I see the billboards everywhere.
Dude, I think that one's Caroline's.
Yes.
Cannabis,
Yep.
Right? Yep. I stopped by there when I was coming back from that Scandinavian.
Oh, okay.
Thing. Yes. Small.
How was it?
It was cool. Yeah. Small place, cool. Yeah, no, Mass has, I don't know, 140, maybe, I don't even know. I don't even want to throw a number out there.
Yeah, they got a lot.
He's fucking wrong.
He's going to be completely wrong.
Yeah, so, yeah, maybe I'm wrong. But, yeah, I mean, it's just, it should have been, hopefully Rhode Island can catch up and, keep some of them, that tax revenue in state.
Yeah,
because I mean, at the end of the day,
people are easily just driving to Massachusetts. It's right there. It's a small state.
You go 20 minutes to the left or 20 minutes to the right. Forget
especially
it.
Most of our I don't know. Most might be the wrong word, but a significant chunk of our population is in Providence, which is not far from Massachusetts at all.
Dude, honestly, if you ask all those bordering dispensaries, what their what their number of Rhode Island customers are, they're probably gonna tell you like most of the customers are from Rhode Island.
Sure,
like,
I bet
60-70% probably, if not more. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Everybody I know drives over and grabs it.
Right. It has been so it's so we're losing a lot of tax dollars that way.
Losing a lot of tax dollars, and. Yeah. I don't know if you've seen the schools are going to shit. It's I mean, come on, like let's go, put some money back into it, and like let these kids learn something. Like in a nice environment. Like it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah,
man.
That's tough.
But,
so you're doing we'll just a couple more questions and we'll start to wrap it up. I'll be mindful of your time here.
Yeah, I'm good, man.
I know you were doing when we were like, getting the podcast together. You're doing a lot of trips up to Vermont. Is that mostly to like check in with like the cultivator there, or like just to see how things are going, or no?
Nope.
Just in general, just vacationing.
That's me getting out of the city, man.
Oh,
like,
nice.
Yeah,
solid.
I just that's me just going up and and getting into Vermont's nice, man. It's nice up there. I like it up there. I like Maine. Yeah, but like Maine's a weird state too. But it is. There's that saying.
They like it though.
What they say? They say the further north you get up in Maine, the deeper south you go. Or something. It's like something like that. It's like,
that's true.
It gets a little hairy out there.
It does. It does.
I like Vermont though. Vermont was dope. Lake Champlain is awesome.
That is cool. North Burlington.
You ever been on North Beach?
No.
Go to North Beach.
Is that on Lake Champlain?
Yeah. It's
sweet.
Cool. Yeah, it's dope. North Beach is cool. But like Burlington's like a big Providence. It's like it's weird. It's like a bigger, cleaner Providence.
Yeah.
But like with less assholes.
Yeah, bro. It's very clean there.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. A lot. Well, I would say a lot more hipsters, but Providence does have quite a few of those too.
Providence has a lot. Burlington has a lot.
Yeah.
I think
big craft beer drinking community.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Everybody loves craft beer there. Well, they got good craft beer, so why not?
Why not, man? Well, I mean, it's a good time up there. I like it up there. So that's it. I don't go up there to actually it's funny because we actually had some hemp coming down from Vermont, and the UPS driver, he thought it was weed.
Okay.
And he brought it to the Warwick Police Department. This was like a couple weeks ago.
No way.
Yeah, dude. And
so with the hemp, do they basically take the THC out of the hemp with it? Is that how is it grown that way?
It's grown. It's grown with the whole. They do the testing to make sure it's hemp, and you get the 0.3 and all that. But the UPS driver, because it was good hemp. It was good quality hemp.
Yeah.
And the dude could just smell it in the box, and I guess he was just afraid to deliver it. He thought he was gonna get in trouble, and so we got a notification from the farmer in Vermont. And he said, so the UPS driver brought it to Warwick Police.
Oh, my God.
And I'm like, oh, shit. I'm having, like, PTSD.
Right, flashbacks from Ohio.
From Ohio. I'm like, what the I'm like, no. I'm not. So then, and unfortunately, it was because when he sent it wasn't the UPS driver's fault. What happened was the farmer, he didn't notify the shipper that it was hemp. So he just kind of just sent it out, just kind of like, just send it out, whatever.
Yeah,
it's not gonna get pinged, right? And it did, and so he got it, he brought it there. We coordinated with a couple sergeants down there, and they were like, don't worry about it. Much better.
Much better than Ohio.
Much better experience.
Much better than getting cuffed.
Yes.
Oh my God.
It's so. I mean,
that's gonna be part of the business though. Like people just might mistake it for that.
Well, that's that's the thing. It's easy to mistake it, and if you don't know, you don't know.
Right.
And also, I'm sure there's people that are trying to fly under that radar that are trying.
Oh,
you know
sure.
What I mean? Like,
yeah, they get away with it.
Yeah, like what the hell?
I mean, eventually, it's like I'm guessing at some point it should be federally legal. You don't have to worry about that anymore.
Yeah, I don't think that'll happen till after the election. I don't think anybody's gonna put their thumb on it. No, I don't know. I see it maybe happen in 2025 because I think we're gonna get through the election in 2024, which that's gonna be a weird.
It's gonna be weird,
dude.
It's gonna be so weird.
It's gonna be weird. I think people. Hey, listen. If you're listening, you're gonna need a lot of CBD in 2023. People are gonna be anxious. It's gonna be a stressful time. 2024 is gonna be weird. So make sure you load up on CBD.
We're only 2 years away from that.
It's just weird. Everything's weird. So, but I think after that election, I think we'll see the doors open up. Because honestly, right now, if they were to open up borders right now, it would be a shit show, man. Like,
Yeah.
States can't even figure it out right now. So
Right.
you know what I mean? If you open up borders and like you're gonna have these big corporations just shitting on the small guys, it's gonna be a complete like just clusterfuck of just
It's not ready.
No, it's gonna destroy any progress that was made. And it sucks to say that, but that's what it is. I mean, really, it's just people, states are fighting each other on what to do. So
Right. I might get pinged for this one, but the that's kind of similar to the whole like universal healthcare thing.
Mm-hmm.
I obviously, me just ethically, I think that's like that's the move. That's what we should push towards. But just being a part of the healthcare system and knowing how screwed up it is right now, if you were to just overnight go to that, it would just implode. It needs to just happen like in a stepwise process, which is tough because like you take some steps forward, take some steps backwards, and it's just prolonged. But I just know how screwed it up is. If it just happened like that overnight, it would not be good.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
So I don't know if it's like a similar situation, but like,
honestly, I think that I agree with you. It's just I think people don't realize like what happens when you do that. Like it's like there's so many moving parts.
Yeah, exactly. There's tons of money. There's tons of players in the game. There's just like the system just needs to be like the foundation needs to be rebuilt before you do that.
Yeah. And then, honestly, shit, man, we could have a whole discussion on politics and all that,
yeah.
but like
we don't have to get into it, but I thought it was a good comparison.
Yeah.
And then we don't have to get into this either, but I know we mentioned it the other day. There's a facility that I go to. You might know them, Island Wellness. They just opened a facility on I think it was Broadway in Providence, but they have one in Middletown too, and they've been starting to get into. And I don't know the legality of this, so that's why I just want to say we don't have to get into it if not. But they've been starting to get into like some of like the microdosing type stuff. So I don't know what. But as far as like they have like a salt cave and they have like different people that will come in and they'll do like yoga and stuff like that with the microdosing and like lectures on it. So I don't know exactly. I see the emails on all the time, like, oh, that's cool. Like, I want to check that out. But do you know what the status of that stuff is? Or
that's these guys are just figuring out how to handle weed. So I think like the good thing is I think everything cannabis has done is setting is basically just setting the groundwork for the whole psilocybin movement. But that's. There are so many benefits. I mean, you're seeing, shit, man, you're seeing people, experiencing more benefits using psilocybin than they are cannabis. And so, that's going to be, I think, again, I don't know how far out that is. But again, I think I think right now the good thing is you're having studies, like people doing studies,
tons of studies,
and you're seeing results. So and I think with having that data along with what the cannabis industry has done is gonna when it does happen, it's gonna move a lot faster than cannabis has moved because the infrastructure is already there.
Totally.
I think, so, I mean, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, some of the studies, and some of it's just like stuff I've looked at on YouTube or podcasts, but I know one of the big things is people with like anxiety, depression, PTSD that have tried all the other medications and they found like, okay, this obviously everybody's different, like we talked about before, but like this was the thing that actually clicked and I was able to kind of like get over that hump and start moving in the forward direction. Which is crazy because like those, I know obviously everybody knows people that struggle with those types of conditions, and it's like those can be tough, and you almost feel like there's nothing you can do.
Dude, it sucks because like if it helps somebody, like who are you to say it's wrong, right?
Yeah,
like
right.
Regardless of what, I don't care what it is. Like if it's not hurting somebody and it's helping somebody, like who's the government to say you're wrong, or who's anybody to say you're wrong? And I think I don't know. I think we got to figure that out.
Yeah.
But yeah, if it's helping people, I mean, shit, man, do it. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, 100%.
What the fuck?
100%.
You know, like shit.
All right, so we'll start to wrap up the convo. We're about an hour in right now, so we'll get you out of here for the night. But because we got three last questions to ask. So first one, I'll ask them all in the order so you can kind of think about them as we go through. But
All right.
first one is, the way I word this is kind of weird, but I'll give you a second wording on it. So what's one thing that most people think is true, and we might have already talked about it, and this could be about CBD, could be about the industry, it could just be about anything really. So what's one thing most people think is true that you believe people are actually mistaken on, or just another way to word that is just like, what's a common misconception?
I think we as people think we're all different, and we are different. We're all different, but we're also, I think we have a lot of similarities. So like, I had an uncle, my uncle, I remember a long time ago, he would it's not like he sat me down and fucking explained this to me.
Yeah.
Like, I just observed it. And he would find something that you had, something you could talk about. So
Sure.
some similar thing, whatever could be football, could be politics, could be whatever. But he would find that one thing and he'd talk to you about that. But we were completely different people. Like, this dude went to church. He was a farmer upstate New York. I'm like a city rat that, like, I don't go to church, but we find that thing we had in common, and we talk, and we just talk, have a discussion, have a conversation. And I think we're so afraid of of some of the shit we don't know. But if you break it down, it's the same shit, just a different style. You know what I mean? It's the same thing. Like we all wanna, we all pretty much want the same thing, but we think we don't. I mean, it's like,
Right.
You know what I mean? But we're all different, but we're the same. So I don't know if that answered your question.
No, that's good. I like that.
But-
You could have two totally different people that think they're totally different, but they probably share a lot of common ground on like what their wants and needs are.
Yeah. Oh, dude, and like, don't get me wrong. Like, there's creeps and dirtbags that boom, like, we need, figure that out. But,
Sure.
But if you're just, if you're not a creep or you're not a dirtbag,
Good person.
we could find something that we have in common, no matter how different we are. And I guarantee you, by the end of that conversation, you'll find another thing you have in common, and another thing, and another, and then you realize somebody that may be in your head completely different is actually very similar.
Yeah.
So,
I like that.
Yeah.
I think that's good. Next one's easier. Is anything else? And obviously we talked about it already, but anything else you want to plug? Any shout out or anything coming up as far as like with the company or just in general?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Shout out Phaze. Phaze Sports Wellness on Instagram. Shout out you.
Thank you.
Strength and Sport. Shout out my man Tanner, CrossFit Providence. Big dog Steve Tripp over at Top Strength, the pound for pound, the strongest gym around. It's shit, man. Shout out to anybody that's trying to be better and just trying to fucking navigate through this crazy world. So,
Love that.
shout out to my kids too.
Let's
Hell
go. And last one, I like the quote you said early on in the podcast, but so this is my last question. If you have a favorite quote, mantra, or saying, so basically the way I describe this is Tim Ferriss. I don't know if you listen to Tim Ferriss podcast at all. He's a big one. He's similar to Rogan, but he's a big podcaster too. So his question he asked is, okay, so we're thinking Highway 95. You get a billboard, so you can take Rob Levine's billboard, the lawyer. You can the heavy hitter. You can take his billboard for the day. All right, you have his billboard right next to the big blue bug. So you can basically put any like your favorite quote, mantra, something you want to tell the people of Rhode Island, or just a quote that you might like.
What did I say earlier?
When your kid asked you what the meaning of life was.
All right. So let's throw that one on there.
All right.
And then let's throw up. Just don't be a dick. Like, don't be a dick, man. Like,
I like that too.
I think if more people like, and it's funny because I realize I don't know. I think I've had people tell me I look like a dick, and so I've tried to soften my approach, and I think like some people like, yeah, he looks like a dick or he looks angry, and I'm sorry. I'm trying to I'm not a dick. It's just, I don't know. It's just it's my face.
Well, it's tough. It's tough in the gym too because everybody's working hard, and everybody's they're in the zone. So it's hard to tell. Like, all right, who's a dick, who's nice.
Well,
it is what it is.
Well, fuck. So I've been trying to smile more, right? So
there you go.
So people are like, hey, all right, man, he looks like a dick, but he might not.
He's a nice
be a
guy,
dick.
yeah.
But I don't know. But that really fucked up with the whole mask thing, because it's like,
yeah,
I just look like a dick, and I'm smiling behind this mask, like, hey, I'm trying to,
right.
No, so. But
oh man, I got one quick story. I forget where I heard it. It must have been a podcast, and they were talking about different cultures, how like people, I think it's people from New England or New York or Boston, they don't really like smile at each other. Like, you're walking by someone at the street, you don't really smile at them. You just kind of just keep on pushing.
Yeah.
But like somewhere down south, or I forget what country. There was a country where like it's like that's the thing you do. Like you like look at them, smile, wave. But in Boston, if you do that, you're like, all right, get away from me, man. What are you doing?
Well, dude, 100%.
It's a cultural thing.
it's wild because like if I'm always I live over here. I'm always up and down Broadway walking my dog.
Yeah.
And I'll have a conversation with anybody. I don't give a fuck. But like I watch people and everybody just walks with their head down.
Yeah.
And
stays in their lane.
Dude, and I get it. It's a scary world, whatever.
Sure.
But like, yo, look the fuck up. Like
just look, in general, don't walk into anything.
Just like, yo, like honestly, like, hey, like listen, like I think more people should say hello. More people should smile.
Yeah.
I don't care if you know the motherfucker. Like just hey,
sure.
Hello, like just be nice. Like especially like when you I mean I've been in this neighborhood for almost 10 years.
Yeah.
And so it's like, so I see the same faces and I see,
same
people. So like, you get to know your neighborhood. But that doesn't mean you can only smile at the people you know. It's like, yo, like, yeah, like fucking, yeah, just like we said,
yeah.
People forgot how to people. We need to, figure that out and be people again. I think so we need to smile more and don't be dicks.
I love it.
And
cool.
Hit the gym, take some CBD, and
you'll be good to go.
That's it, man. That's
cool. All right. I think that's a great note to wrap up on. Cool. Hey, thanks for being on, man. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you, man.
Yeah. All right. Rhody Strength signing off.
Cheers.